guys, it's Damon here, and I'm back with another video, and we're going to do NBA Confessions. So it's been like 9 months since I've done this, and he's released a lot. Okay, let's do the first one. Prime D-Rose would have been better than MJ? No one is better than MJ. The only person who comes close is LeBron James, of course. I mean, people are starting to say that Kevin Durant can be better than him. No, the only person who is even remotely close is LeBron James. So, no, D-Rose wouldn't. I don't think he would even be better than Westbrook right now. Okay. When James Harden retires, he'll be a top 5 shooting guard of all time. Yeah, he will. But not top 3. But it didn't say top 3. Here's how my list goes. It goes Jordan, Iverson, Wade, Ray Allen, and then, like, who else would be in there? I don't know, but I put him in right now. So I completely agree with that. Kyrie Irving is overrated, and his stat line proves it. He's overhyped just because of the fact he's flashy and used to play alongside LeBron. I don't agree with this. I mean, he's a little overrated, but he's not completely overrated. I mean, yeah, he is overrated in some categories. Like, some people say he's the best point guard in the NBA. Obviously not. He's never won an MVP. So, in my opinion, he is just a little bit overrated, but he's not really overrated. I mean, he averages more than 20 points a game, which is phenomenal in the NBA. He averages, like, 8 assists per game. I haven't seen his stats, so I'm just going off what I saw a few, like, months ago. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think he's that overrated, but, I mean, he could be more underrated. Yeah. Okay. Clint Capella is underrated and is better than DeAndre Jordan? No. DeAndre Jordan is DeAndre Jordan. Clint Capella is, like, on the level with, like, Kelly Olynyk and stuff. Like, he's, like, tier 3 center. Like, come on. No. No. Oh, no. DeMar DeRozan is the second best shooting guard in the league. Who are you calling first? Are you calling Klay Thompson first? Who's first? Oh, James Harden. No. See, you know what? I'll give him it. He's second best. I mean, he's highly underrated. He drives in. He averages like 23 a game. But he cannot come up clutch in the playoffs. He choke in the playoffs. So, I mean, I'll give you it. But in the playoffs, you're like 15th. Honestly. LeBron's move to the Heat and KD's move to the Warriors are completely different. Yes. Because Durant did it. His team was being successful. But he left for no reason. LeBron left because he wanted to be home. That's completely different. I would want to be home too if I was, born in Cleveland. And I would want to play for my hometown. But KD, he was born in Washington, D.C. He had no business up there in Golden State. And he just went over there because he wanted to win a ring. And now he's going to win for the next 5 years. They have a super team. You can't stop them. Honestly, Melo will win a ring by the end of his career. I completely agree with that because the Thunder, how they look right now, they started off the season so bad. We were like 13th in the West, but now we're 5th. I'll actually look the stats up right now. Yeah, see, the Thunder are 5th, so yes, I think Melo will win a ring by the time his career is over. Okay, we're back. Kyle Kuzma would be a better draft steal than IT4. Who's IT4? Who is that? I'm going to look in the comments to see if I can find it. Isaiah Thomas? Yeah, I think it's Isaiah Thomas. He will be a better draft steal? No, Isaiah Thomas is top 10 point guards in the league. Kyle Kuzma's a rookie. He's not even like top 15 small forward, in my opinion. I mean, I like him. He's got some potential, but right now it's not looking like. No. Okay, the Cavs would win the championship if they traded the Nets pick for Paul George. No, because what position is he going to play? You have J.R. Smith, you have Dwayne Wade, shooting guard, a power forward. You have Kevin Love, you're playing small ball. But if you're playing, like, big ball, like a big lineup, I mean, you could put him at power forward, but what is Tristan Thompson doing, you know? I mean, I hated it when Dwayne Wade even got put on the bench, but now that I feel like if he would move back more into the depth chart, that would hurt me because he's my favorite player other than Westbrook. So, no, I don't think. Okay, LeBron is the best player of all time. No. I can't agree with that because Michael Jordan, 6 rings. LeBron has 3. He has 3, so, I mean, 6 is more than 3, right? Karl Anthony Towns will win Most Improved Player of the Year. He's playing out of his mind. I believe that he will do that, yeah. There's no doubt about that. He's playing legit out of his mind. I couldn't even do that. Irving will end up being the best ball handler in NBA history. What about Allen Iverson, dude? Like, honestly. Allen Iverson, no one can top him. He played like he was playing street ball, like he was playing and one ball. He would dribble. Yeah, he was crazy. He will not end up as the best ball handler in history. No. Nurkic will win Most Improved Player. No, because as you said, Karl Anthony Towns will already win it because he's playing out of his mind. Last year he had kind of a down year. This year he bounced back. So he's not winning Most Improved. Domantas Sabonis should start over Miles Turner. No, Miles Turner is in the race for Most Improved Player too, and Defensive Player of the Year, so I really don't see that happening. I mean, he could play power forward maybe, but he's not starting over Miles Turner, no. Porzingis will have a better career than Nowitzki if he remains healthy. I do agree with this. It's like yes and no. I do agree with this because he's taller and he has a height advantage. And a 7'3" power forward, if you're playing a small ball lineup, he's going to kill you every time. He can shoot, he can drive in, but Nowitzki can do the same thing and he can play over everyone. He can play good against anyone at any time. I say top 10 player of all time, but Porzingis could be a top 10 player of all time also. Cavs won't reach the conference finals this year. I agree with this because now the Celtics are there. Toronto is making it like they always do every year. The Pistons are playing pretty good. I don't know what got into them. The Magic were playing pretty good at the start of the year, but I don't know what happened to them. Yeah, maybe. The Heat are playing good. Like, I don't think, no. That's hard for me to say. Reggie Miller would be a top 10 player of all time if he would have won a championship. Yes. Yeah, because There's no way. Reggie Miller is already top 15 player of all time. Winning a ring would add that, yes. And I see it in the comments, Karl Malone. He would also be too, but he is top 10 player of all time. Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most overrated players in the NBA. He's a great talent, but don't get me wrong, but he doesn't know how to play winning basketball. He's a selfish stat stuffer. Wiggins is also overrated. Cat and Wiggins, who were supposed to be the two best young players in the league, barely won 30 games last year with a good coach. Completely disagree with this. Karl Anthony Towns is averaging like 22-10, and he's passing for like 6 assists. You can't call him selfish. Wiggins is also playing out of his mind with like 20 and 6, just like Cat. But no, they're not selfish, neither of them. They're not overrated. Now, maybe last year I could say that about Karl Anthony Towns, but not this year. Good Lord, they're both playing out of their minds. The Timberwolves are a team to look for in the playoffs this year. Jimmy Butler's playing really good, too. Okay, this is final one. I'll do 3 more. If Booker had went to Milwaukee instead of Bledsoe, the Bucks would have the best young team in the NBA and could be Eastern Conference champions. No, because young teams don't succeed as well. Okay, they needed Bledsoe. Bledsoe is that kind of veteran player who can actually lead their team to winning. If Booker was there, they would just have young talent, and they wouldn't have someone to actually lead their team. Giannis is 23. Booker's 22. Thon Maker's like 20. They've got young talent, and no, I don't think that they would go to the finals. I just can't agree with that. No, I mean Eastern Conference champions. Russell Westbrook is a better scorer and passer than James Harden. Yes. I'm so glad that someone's actually said this. Russell Westbrook, don't get me wrong, James Harden is a monster. But Russell Westbrook is on a whole different level. Now, James Harden, he's going to win MVP this year. Russell Westbrook is not going to because he's got to pass the ball now. He's not your first option. I mean, he's still your first option, but he's passing more than he was last year. Because now he has Paul George and Melo with him. So, I mean, yes, he is a better scorer. He can drive to the hole at will, and he can score over 7-footers. Yes, he's a better scorer and passer. Okay, last one. Okay. Shaq was more dominant than Wilt was. Yeah. Well, he only scored because guys were like 6'2", playing center, or 6'9" or something. Shaq was 7'1", and he was playing against like 7-footers. He was still dominating them. He was stronger than him. He was faster than him, and he was slow. At the start of his career, he was muscular. At the end, he was fat. He was like 340 pounds. But he would still dominate. Yeah, so I completely agree with that. And that will be the video, guys. Thank you for watching. And as always, I will see you guys later. Peace.